I have a few videos on weaving with fabric, but have you ever thought of weaving with fleecy fabric? In this video, I'm going to show you how I wove a couple of little baby blankets. I had some polar fleece in my studio, and I decided it would be kind of fun to weave it up into a little baby blanket. I cut the fleecy fabric into long strips with a rotary cutter, but I didn't have enough of each color. I had some white, pink, and blue. So I had to do some creative thinking. I decided to make two blankets. One would be the pink fleece woven with some other cotton yarns, and the other blanket would be woven with whatever polar fleece was left over. I like to mix yarn together, so I put a pink variety of cotton yarns on my bobbins for weaving. I laid one strip of polar fleece every inch or so. When I was done with the pink blanket, I divided the rest of the strips up by color. Then I just sort of planned out a pattern by how much white, pink, and blue strips I had. Each strip was laid in, letting the ends hang on each edge. Since the ends were hanging loose, I found that the warp threads on each edge were starting to get pushed out too far. So I threaded up 2 needles and sewed up the edges as I wove along. Here I am, all done. It's always fun to roll it off the loom. On the pink blanket, I tied a knot on the ends of the fleece strips. Otherwise, they could come out when washed. Then I sewed the edges of the pink, blue, and white blanket and trimmed them nice and short. We don't want any fussy fringe for a baby blanket. And now it's all ready for the washing machine and then the dryer. This is called fulling the fabric. I wove long strips of fabric between these blankets. I did this to save space for fringe later on. When the blankets were done being fulled, I just cut the fringe the length I wanted and saved the fabric strips for the next project. Old sheets are great for this. Here's the pink blanket, all finished up. The white, pink, and blue blanket turned out a bit heavier, so I think it would be more like a mat than a blanket. But babies need mats too. I hope you enjoyed watching my little polar fleece adventure. I love the way the fleece works like yarn. If you'd like to learn more about weaving with fabrics and all kinds of weaving, come on over to the Creativity Patch, where you can enroll in my classes for learning how to weave with fabric. We'll see you there.